Very good. So kinetic energy. Who can tell me what kinetic energy is? Craig, can you tell me what kinetic energy is? Marcus, can you tell me?
Yes. It's a kinetic energy is the energy of a moving object. Has
Craig, can you tell me what he said?
no, okay, I got it. Kinetic energy is the energy of a moving object has because of its motion.
Okay, Craig, what can you tell me about kinetic energy? He just said something, didn't he? But what can you tell me about it, though? What do you need to have kinetic energy? Antonio?
Motion.
Motion. Very good. Motion and movement. Crane, what do you need to have kinetic energy? Okay, so we have motion and we have movement, and motion is another word for movement, right? And vice versa. Anything else we need for kinetic energy? Very good. Mass and speed. Excellent. So we're going to learn how to calculate kinetic energy. Who can tell me what's the formula? We have a formula for calculating kinetic energy. What's the formula? KE equals? Very good. 1/2 mv square. Okay, 1/2 mv square. So on number 1, on page 102, we're calculating kinetic energy. Who can read that problem for me?
What is the kinetic energy of a baseball moving at a speed of 40 meters per second if the baseball has a mass of 0.15 kilograms?
Okay, so I think the question is asking me what is the kinetic energy. Is that what the question is asking me? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. In order for the question to ask me what's the kinetic energy, it has to give me what information? It has to give me mass, and it has to give me speed. Very good. So, what is the mass? I'm going to write my formula down. 1/2 KE equals 1/2 mv squared. And now I should be able to plug. KE equals 1/2. What's mass?
0.15.
What is the speed?
40
40 what?
meters per second square.
All right. So if we multiply 0.15 times 40, what do we have to do to that? You see this 2 right here. What's happening with this 2? In your calculators, can you put all of this in at the same time? No, you cannot. So what's happening here? Yeah, everything is divided by 2. Okay? So in your calculators, you're going to have to put this in step by step. So what you have here is 0.15 times 40, and all of it is divided by 2. What does that give you? Anybody? 1,600. Anybody else got 1,600? Anybody got something different? What did you get? Three? Anybody else got 3? Anybody not get an answer? You got 3? I see some of you guys are still waiting for the answer just to drop magically from the sky because you refuse to get up and get a calculator. If I put in 0.15 times 40, that gives me 6. And if I divide that by 2, that gives me 3. Now, what's my unit for kinetic energy? Is it 3 meters? Is it 3 meters per second? What's my unit? Joules. How do I spell that? J-O-U-L-E, like that?
Yeah.
But I have 3 of them. Okay. And how do I abbreviate joules?
J.
A little j?
Big J. No, big J.
A big J. Very good. A capital J. 3 joules. Questions about number 1? Clap if you're ready for number 2. Who can read number 2 for me?
A car is moving at a speed of 20 miles per second, has a kinetic energy of 300,000 joules. What is the car mass?
Excellent. Who read that, Jermaine?
Anaya.
All right, thank you. All right, so again, what are we looking for? What's the problem asking me? What's the problem asking me to find? Ruben, can you tell me?
Speed?
Okay, Ruben says it's asking us to find speed. Do you guys agree? No, you don't agree? Simone? Mass, all right? So it's asking me to find mass. Find mass. Okay? Is this an annotation that I just did? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Okay, so the question's asking me to find mass. What does the question give me?
The speed and the joules.
And speed is joules.
Okay, so it gives me kinetic energy, right? And it gives me speed, okay? What's my formula? KE equals? 1/2 what? Mass times velocity, good, okay? Isn't that the formula? Isn't this the same thing as this? Okay. All right, so let's plug. What is, it gives me KE, what's my kinetic energy? 300,000 equals 1, right? We're looking for mass, so I'm going to write M. It gives me the speed. What's the speed? 20. And all of that is divided by 2, right? Okay. So, basic math here. What's my first step? Can I divide? What can I do here? Here are all my numbers. What can I do? I have 1 times M times 20 divided by 2. Can I simplify this? Yes. What's the answer? If I simplify this, what do I get? 1 times M is?
1.
No. M, just M. 20 divided by 2 is? 10. So 300,000 equals M10, right? I'm going to put this in parentheses for y'all. So now what do? I want to get M by itself. Yeah, I'm going to divide 10 on both sides. Divide that by 10. Divide that by 10. What happens here? These cancel. Do I have M by itself now? Yes. And then what happens here? Okay, so what's that answer?
It's
3, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 divided by 10. What is it?
30.
All right, guys. 300. 1, 2, 3. That's 300,000 divided by 10 gives me? No. 30,000. So M equals 30,000. What's my unit?
Joules.
I'm looking for mass. Good. Did everybody copy down the problem step by step? Clap if you need more time to copy down the problem. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to do number 3. You do number 3. Then I'm going to call on 2 of you to come and explain it. I'll give you 3 minutes.